This is gonna be the best sea day ever.
I'm not sure how I feel about this whole Royal Caribbean experience yet. And this is our third cruise and our third cruise line. I'm tired of screwing around on this vacation. I'm ready to get out there.
Show you what I'm made of.
So far, having a great time on the Explorer of the Seas. Really haven't seen the whole ship yet. I will say the layout of the ship, though, seems to be pretty easy to navigate.
It's a sea day on the Explorer of the Seas.
A little dramatic there, but this video deserved a big intro because the ships at Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines always sound so majestic. Explorer of the Seas, Odyssey of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas. Everything is of the seas. So we had to make an appropriate intro. We're new to cruising. This was our third cruise ever and our very first Royal Caribbean cruise. So we had a lot to learn, and we're still learning. Here's what we learned on day 3 of our 6-day cruise aboard Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas.
So it's a sea day. I've been out on the deck all day. I found this really cool spot on the front of the ship, the helipad out there on the viewing deck. You have to go on deck 4, walk all the way on the outer part of deck 4, walk towards the front of the ship, and then there's some stairs that you go up to get to deck 5 to go to that little viewing area if you want those cool little Titanic pictures out in front of the ship. There's birds that fly really close to you up there at that spot. It's just a cool part of the ship that you have to check out.
The birds were everywhere. It was beautiful. I also tried to get one of those Titanic poses, but mine didn't turn out so great.
We ate at the Cafe Promenade. We got these little egg and cheese breakfast sandwiches, so that's another little option if you just want something. If you're not a big breakfast eater and you just want something small, they got pastries and stuff there also. Adric had some kind of pink chocolate donut with pink frosting. Got some coffees. That's also the place where you want to get your coffee, probably. I'm excited about Cora getting out of bed here in a little bit. She's gonna get out of bed and then we've already eaten breakfast and everything, and she hasn't even started her day yet, but I think she's going to be happy to see that it is a beautiful sea day on the Explorer of the Seas. Always remember, restrooms, men's are going to be on one side, while ladies are going to be on the opposite side of the ship. Always on the outside parts of the ship. That's the coolest bathroom we've been to.
This is Johnny Rockets. This is not included in the cruise, but the shakes are included in the drink packages. But the rest of it you do have to purchase. But this is the only place that has outdoor seating for food.
On most Royal Caribbean cruise ships, they have what's called a Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. You get a souvenir cup for every drink package that you purchase. There was a desk in the middle of the promenade. The first night, the line was astronomically long to get your souvenir cups, and then you are able to use the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine 24 hours a day, every day of your cruise. And there's a couple different machines, I do believe, throughout the cruise ship. Yeah, it was kind of nice. We didn't stand in the long line. We got ours the next day at the coffee shop. They had a couple extras, so we were able to get ours there. But yeah, we utilized it the entire time. It was very nice, and you get to take them home in their pretty nice cups. So yeah, take advantage.
So far, I'm having a lot of fun. I've made a lot of new friends, and I've been exploring a lot, doing a bunch of new things, which is nice, and the weather has been beautiful.
So far today has been a great sea day. Out on the pool deck most of the day. The pools weren't too overstuffed either.
The hot tubs, there's 4 hot tubs on the main pool deck, and then in the solarium, I haven't been there. We're gonna go there.
Cora met some people that are around her age, some teenagers at the teen club. She's been hanging out with them the whole time. So she's just kind of coming and going, doing her own thing. And
I've been off running around with friends, and we went to the Windjammer. They have really good lunch there. I really like, it's just a big buffet, but they had like pastas and hot dogs and salads and desserts, all kinds of stuff at the buffet. And then we also got all of the desserts, and like we got one of each dessert and we tried all of them. They're okay, they're nothing special, but they're good. The Windjammer is definitely a good option if you just want like a quick thing to go. Same with the Cafe Promenade.
We're hanging out with Adric, having a good time, get some drinks by the pool, just soaking up the sun on this beautiful sea day. out in the middle of the Caribbean, you know, on our way to Jamaica.
One of the most common things that our friends say when we invite them to go on cruises with us is,
6-day cruise?
don't you think that you'll get bored?
The answer is probably not.
There is so much to do on cruise ships. You get an itinerary for your day.
Every day of your cruise, you'll be receiving a flyer that's called the Cruise Compass. Your room steward usually lays this out for you the night before. It shows you all the activities and entertainment and everything going on for that day. This information is also available on the Royal Caribbean app. Every day, all day long, there's entertainment on these ships. There's pools and hot tubs. There's a gym.
This is the closest we're getting to the gym.
A running track and a spa. Lido deck entertainment. Movies at night. Theater shows. Ice skating rink. Ice skating shows. Rock climbing wall. Mini golf. A flow rider surf simulator. A full basketball court where they have various activities, a full casino, lots of bars. Some of those bars have live entertainment at night, an arcade, lots of food and dining options, library, and the computer room.
There's like cooking classes and there's like liquor tasting, there's wine tasting. There's so much to do for all ages. For kids, there's like kids classes that they can take on how to bake and bingo.
And that's just the ones that I can think of that are on the Explorer of the Seas. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines has many other newer ships that are much larger with even more entertainment on them.
It is endless, and it just really depends on if you want to partake in those entertainment options or not. If you're one that just wants to go sit on the Lido deck and sit next to the pool and just have someone bring you drinks all day, perfectly fine. You could do that too. But being bored on the ship,
If you're bored on a cruise ship, you're probably not exploring all your options, especially on a Royal Caribbean cruise.
The one thing that I am not so sure about on the ship, which I'm not counting it out, but there's not enough bingo. There's like one game of bingo today. I love to play bingo.
You're not gonna play that much bingo anyway.
It's at 10 o'clock in the morning, and there says that no more bingo. So the other problem that we have is ice skating. You have to wear long pants. The only long pants my little guy has is pajama pants. Yeah, we're gonna give it a shot.
I don't have long pants.
And see if they'll let us do it anyways.
We're gonna take a little nap, 'cause that way we can last tonight. My beard's looking a little scraggly. It's formal night and I'm feeling a little dirty. I don't plan on getting real fancied up, but it is formal night and I kind of stink. I gotta get a shower and get around for tonight's formal night.
It's really cool. You can see some kind of island.
Well, the Explorer of the Seas, a Voyager class ship, owned and operated by Royal Caribbean International. He has 15 decks, can cruise up to 27 miles an hour, 23.7 knots.
It's a margarita, baby.
They're really pretty. They're very mountainy.
And tonight is Brandy and I's favorite night. It's formal night for dinner. So I'm excited to be able to dress up and do my hair and my makeup.
What are you drinking there?
A virgin strawberry daiquiri.
I might have already said this before, but I'm not fancy, so I'm all ready to go for the night. Brandy, she's still sleeping. I just let her sleep for a little bit, let Adric sleep for a little bit. I'm gonna be waking them up. I took a shower. I'm fresh. I'm clean. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go for round 2.
Oh my gosh.
5:30. Wakey, wakey.
I just woke up from a great nap.
This sea day isn't over yet. We got plenty of night left.
This is probably a good time to talk about the bars. Prior to our sailing, they had a huge discount on the deluxe drink package, so we bought it, and we had to take advantage of it on our first sea day. Here are some of our favorite bars on the Explorer of the Seas. There are 2 bars on the main pool deck. There is the bottom level pool bar, and then one deck up above is the Sky Bar. On the other side of those 2 bars, you go around the corner and there is the Solarium, which also has a large bar. So you got 3 bars right in close proximity, right there on the Lido deck.
Schooner Bar. I don't think I have any footage of this. I've been combing through looking for it. From what I remember most about this bar is that it turned into a piano bar at night. There was always some dude playing the piano, playing like cover songs and stuff like that. The Tavern is a sports bar with TVs for viewing different sporting events. The R Bar is a martini bar that used to be called the Champagne Bar back in the day. That's what my research tells me anyway.
My favorite bar was the Crown and Kettle. It's like a little English pub that has a lot of different kinds of beers and liquors, and they always had a gentleman playing acoustic guitar in there, and it was down in the promenade, so positioning was perfect, the location was perfect, and it was just a cute little place that had like chairs in there and chairs out on the promenade. But yeah, definitely check that place out if you like craft beers.
There are many other bars that we didn't mention here, but these were the ones that we visited the most.
They have drinks of the day, which all have been pretty good. I think that's what led to a really good nap. I'm gonna get in a shower, and I'm gonna get around, and we're gonna probably go to Din Din.
All right, the main dining hall. So far, hadn't been a great experience.
The first night we had kind of a rough experience in the main dining hall. We went over a lot of this in our first Explorer of the Seas video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Night 2, we requested our own table and had a much better experience than the first, which leads us to night 3.
Adric and Cora loved their food. Adric got steak and veggies every single night, like a whole steak, and a dessert every night.
I don't know if they just had a major crew change before our sail and the kitchen staff was fresh or what, but
They have got to get their together when it comes to this main dining hall.
We really did continue to try and get this to work. And then finally, we gave up.
We just got back from the main dining. The food was great and all, but our stomachs were tore up.
James and I ate something that was just made us not well.
Both of us had the calamari, and it's the only thing that we can think that was the same there that we had.
The service, they're so kind. And I know that it's not their fault that the kitchen is failing. But the kitchen's failing. The food is not bad. The food's pretty good. It's the speed of the food. It is not fast. And we are used to, they want you in and they want you out. And they want to get as many people sat. I mean, it is slow.
I miss pandemic service.
We just were both feeling pretty sick after we ate it, so I don't know that we went back to the main dining hall after that.
this was just our experience on our cruise. You may or may not have the same experience. Chances are you probably won't. You never know how it's gonna be.
I'm not really sure what the situation was because there's a lot of factors that play into that, but we are not picky and we are very easygoing people. James and I both just did not feel good afterwards, and each time we've been there, it takes quite a bit of time out of our day to eat there.
An hour and a half.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I think we'll be hitting up the Windjammer for the rest of our evenings.
I believe the Windjammer, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. So if you don't want to eat in the main dining hall for any of that, you can go to the Windjammer, which is pretty nice because the Windjammer is more of like a buffet. You run in, grab your food, run out, and the main dining hall is like you sit down, you're served, you have a 3-course meal.
Maybe we'll hit up a specialty dining if there's a decent one, but I feel like they're all pretty expensive. And then we went up to the promenade, the Royal Promenade, and they had a huge party on the promenade. It was packed up there. And it was 70s night, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was super cool. I will do another Royal cruise just to see what the difference is. Preferably on a newer ship, I think, to kind of see, you know, what the new and upcoming ships have to offer. But this is an absolutely beautiful ship. This ship is absolutely gorgeous. It is an older ship, but she's beautiful. 22 years old, yeah. She's a beautiful ship. She really is.
Yeah. This is probably even the oldest that we've been on, and probably one of the most beautiful.
Today was a great day, our first full sea day. We spent a lot of time at the pool today.
I like going to the pool today. It was really fun. I met a friend. We played Marco Polo. It was really fun.
The kids zone where the kids can go and the adults can go have fun. After 10 p.m. it does cost money. I took a picture of the schedule that they have, but we haven't been able to utilize that yet, but we will utilize that before the end so we can do a little review on that. Adric and I went out and watched a little bit of Spider-Man on the pool deck. It's pretty cool. It was pretty awesome. Cora's still out gallivanting around the ship, behaving herself according to her. But her and her friends went to the hot tub. They made a group chat on the app so they can all communicate with each other. So they're in the hot tub and then they're gonna go get some pizza like we just did, and then she'll come back up to the room before their curfew. Curfew for 13 to 17 year olds, I think, is 1 a.m. unless you're accompanied by an adult.
Brandy just booked us an excursion in Jamaica tomorrow. We're gonna do a catamaran snorkel thing. We've done these in the past. I think I only have like one video of us doing this, but I don't have one of Jamaica, so I don't know exactly what all this excursion entails, but you'll see it. You'll see it tomorrow. You'll see it in the next video. So
tomorrow is a big day for us. We're gonna take the kids snorkeling on the Discovery snorkeling party boat. I hope that it's not too big of a party.
Rum punch, baby.
I can't wait. I hope it's good snorkeling. That's what Cora's been wanting to do. So when I found a snorkeling adventure that allowed kids, I jumped on it. So that's what we're doing. I can't wait. Jamaica, here we come.
Jamaica! Yeah, I'm on in Jamaica.
I'm going to Jamaica, Mon.
So we're going to Jamaica tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. And we're going snorkeling. Mom, Cora, Dad, me. We're gonna party in Jamaica, yo! Yeah, baby! Let's go! Going to Jamaica, yo.
Subscribe to the channel.